What's going on, Internet? I am the Masked Man, and today I want to talk about the unsung special of my favorite female comedian of all time, Sheryl Underwood. Sheryl Underwood had an unsung special, and I am here to talk about it. Now, Sheryl Underwood's story could not have been better for the unsung machine. The only thing that I felt was more appropriate of the shows that I've seen. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that. This was the best. She had the best story to throw into the unsung machine because she had a sad, sad, sad story to tell. And they worked and drained every last drop they could out of that. So, Sheryl Underwood, she was molested, at a young age, repeatedly. They repeatedly molested her. Now it was other family members and neighbors. It was not her mother and father, but her mother and father separated, and she moved with her mother, and she kept being abused, and her mother even walked in on her being abused and started to beat her, and then she lost it, swung on her mother, because she was like, if you're gonna beat me, for being molested, then you ain't my mother. So that was kind of like her just growing up, you know her being molested. And later in life, when she was an adult, she was full on raped. She was raped at 25, like in an alley. Like, so Sheryl Underwood had like a hard life. She had like a very hard life. Everybody and their mama was trying to take that pussy from her. So it made you think about it. It's like, man, Sheryl Underwood is a very, strong person, is a very strong individual from all that she's gone through, from all that life has put her through. Life has put that woman through hell. Life put her through hell. And she stood up and she stood tall. And not only did she stand up and stand tall, but she became like the best female comedian that I've ever seen in life. And she said that it was because she wanted to be respected like a man. She wanted to tell jokes like a man, and she wanted to be looked at every bit as good as a man. But what I believe that she became is like one of the best to ever step foot on the stage, because her early work in Def Jam, amazing. Then she evolved and started to put politics in her jokes, started to be a little serious, and just ultimately she became a well-rounded, sharp, intellectual, profound thinker. And it's like, I believe that where a lot of female comedians, where they fall off, is they don't have dimensions to their comedy. They don't really have a perspective. They either try to rebuttal male comics, meaning that they will talk about shit that they don't like about men, or men having little dicks or whatever. or what men ain't doing, or in other cases, they'll be real cute and they'll try to fall back on being cute. But very rarely do you find a female comic that has a philosophy, that has, an opinion on life, that has like that's psychological, that's very cerebral, or at least I haven't found them yet. I henpeck with female comics. So many times, so often when I see them, there's not any deep thought process going into how they're putting jokes together. It's just them fucking with men for a 5 or 10 minute set. Like that's what men do. Just get on stage and fuck with women. Men get on stage and talk about everything that exists in life. They talk about every area of life. Black comics, a lot of times they overly focus on race. They play that out because not everybody is Chris Rock. Not everybody is Dave Chappelle or Patrice O'Neal. Not everybody is a master of that subject. But other than a disproportionate, this is what white people do, this is what black people do. Other than too much of that, but male comics will pretty much talk about the gambit, but female comics don't. And when I saw Sheryl Underwood and I saw how different she was from that, and just that she excelled at everything that she did, and as far as stand up, and not only that, that when she's on the telephone or she's on an interview, that she can be funny in those mediums as well. I was like, this woman is elite. She is elite at what she does. And she needs to be recognized as one of the best of all time. So I really recommend that you check this special out. It really fits, like Sheryl Underwood's story. It really fits. It really works because she had a sad ass story. A lot of bad things happened to her, but she was resilient. She stood up and she stood in the face of it. She pulled herself together. She had an amazing father in her life that really helped her get through some of the hardest times that she would go through. And she persevered and she took her craft very seriously. She took what she did for a living very seriously, and she committed herself to being one of the best that ever did it. Now, I don't know if she actually feels that she's one of the best. I know that she feels that she's every bit as good as a man, but I feel she's every bit as good as anybody who's ever stepped foot on the stage. When I say that she's the best female comedian that I've ever seen, I don't say that lightly. I say that because I know that even once I get the resources to check out the rest of female comedy, that they're not going to be that much better, if not as good as what I've seen from Sheryl Underwood. Because even though I haven't seen a lot of the women, I've seen a lot of the men. And she's on par with the best men that ever did it. So if she's fucking with them, she's killing them bitches. So if you don't know about Sheryl Underwood, if you haven't heard her story, check her story out. Check out her Unsung. Check out her, check her out on the talk. She injects some realness. Support what she does. She does a lot of good things. I really like Sheryl Underwood. I think she's a real one. I think she's dope. And I would like to, just collect some of her work and break down some of her specials and some of her appearances whenever I get an opportunity to do so. But that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about Sheryl Underwood. I'm a little under the weather, so if I suck usually, I know I really suck now, but I got to get these videos out, so bear with me. I'm going to be back up to my usual level of suckage, not my super suckage that I'm on now. Rate the video, like it, dislike it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with what I'm putting out. If there's a subject that you would like me to discuss or you want me to talk about, you can shoot me an email at themrmaskman@gmail.com. No relationship questions, please. If you want to follow me on Twitter or find me on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at themrmaskman. That is all I have to say about this subject. So I will see you in the next video.